Ahoy, ahoy. Dominic Wiles, how you doing? Got 8 people, only 2 likes. That's blaspheming. Not really. But maybe. It's not. How's it going, everyone? How are we all doing? Sorry about yesterday. My disappearance wasn't great. I do apologise. Didn't do the stream on Friday like I usually do, but I'm back. I'm back. I'm feeling good. Thanks to everyone who has their notifications turned on, because you would have seen, of course, the notification over on the community tab saying, hey, look, yeah, sorry about no stream. I'm feeling pretty unwell. And I was just tucked up in bed with Jasper. Oh, I felt bloody awful. Did not feel very good. So, yeah, thanks to everyone having their notifications turned on, because it means that you got that, basically. No, Aiden. I've done a whole review of Scream. My thoughts are in that review, dude. Just go watch the review. I released it, yesterday? I think. Yeah, it was yesterday I did that review. Just go watch that, mate. I assume you didn't. I assume you haven't watched that review. But yeah, just go watch. All my thoughts are in that review. Just go watch that. It's Dominic Wiles' 36th birthday. Everyone, wish him a happy birthday, please. Wish him a happy birthday. Deadfly from Moon says, ravioli, ravioli, give me the formuoli. Alright. Cool. Have I done any unboxings? No, not yet. So I've got enough to do an unboxing, which I was going to film today, but I went to a car show, which was great. I met a subscriber, filmed loads of stuff at this car show for my second channel. It was really good fun. I had such a good time. I had an absolute blast. Yeah, really, really cool. So yeah, I've got enough to do an unboxing, and it will probably be an unboxing that will be released tomorrow. I'll film it tomorrow, release it tomorrow. There's an audiobook releasing tomorrow as well, which is H.P. Lovecraft's Polaris, which I didn't quite realise. I was reading it and I was like, oh yeah, this is really, really interesting. And then he reveals his xenophobia, and I'm like, oh. But it's still interesting. It's a fascinating stuff to digest and sort of discuss, really. Lovecraft. Because you read the things and he doesn't quite reveal it until certain parts. So, like, Polaris is an interesting one. It's almost about a dream, about a guy dreaming and almost becoming entangled in his dream as if it's history and going off to a far-flung world. And then there's monsters in that world, but they're Eskimos. And I'm like, right, okay, yeah, all right. But it's still fascinating stuff, isn't it? How someone's xenophobia can materialize itself in such a cosmic horror fashion. Like, what? Crazy. But it's a good audiobook, obviously, if I do say so myself, because I do. Listen to that tomorrow. It drops like 10 p.m. It drops around this time tomorrow. Go listen to that. So what am I drinking tonight? I am drinking, ladies and gents, I am drinking Chateau La Cuspade? I've got no idea. It's a red wine. I bought this from Lidl, actually. And this is a 2017 vintage. A 2017 vintage that you can age for another 6 years past the point at which you buy it. So this bottle of wine, you could age it until 2028. Which is pretty mental, to be honest. That's his cut-off point, though, apparently. 2028, and then it'll go rancid. Probably get corked. But it's nice. This is a really nice wine. So if anyone's in the UK, although they've got Lidls everywhere, grab this. Strong recommendation. Strong recommendation. I've drunk quite a lot of it, as you can probably tell. But yeah, massive, strong recommendation. Hit that thumbs up button. ladies and gents. Nice to see you all here. We got Al Humphreys. Nice to see you here, dude. Kingsley, there you go. I literally just said I met a subscriber. It was a really good time, man. That was I emailed you back as well. It was really good. Really, really good to meet you. It's nice. Like, it's really nice to meet subscribers. It's it's very humbling, I think. I think that's the best way to put it. It humbles me. It's nice. Like, it's nice just to interact. Like, it's nice. I don't really interact with people on a day-to-day basis. So it's nice to interact with people. I genuinely enjoy it. So, and you, mate, honestly, your car's insane. Absolutely mad. So yeah, I'm going to look forward to doing a video review on your car. Seriously. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really cool. I'm genuinely looking forward to that. What are we looking at here? Sorry. Did I end up watching I Saw the Devil? No, not yet. Not yet. I've been really busy, so I'm in the process of buying a house. Because this is a rental. And so I've been hectic in the process of buying a house, basically. But that's should be going through soon-ish. It's reached like probably the peak of stress because all the paperwork's been filled out, but they're asking for more crap, and I'm like, I don't want to give you more stuff. You're annoying me. So we'll see. But Kingsley, I'm glad that my Z sounded nice pulling away from the car show. So funny story pulling away from this car show, because obviously everyone films you pulling away. Like when you leave a car show, everyone films it. So I was like, right, I'm gonna fucking floor it, right? And my car's it's not super powerful. It's like 330 horsepower, all to the rear wheels. And it's got pretty good tires on it and stuff like this. So it's not super dangerous, but it's a bit wet, not massively wet, but a bit wet. And Nissan's traction control system is terrible. Like, it just cuts all power completely. And it's got like an LSD and stuff in it, like factory LSD. So like I'm there getting ready just to pull out. Not in that way, but pull out from this car show. And I literally just at the last minute remembered to switch on. Like, I've got to press my button for this. The aftermarket traction control system, which allows it to slip. So it allows it to slip, and then it gently pulls itself back in. Whereas the factory Nissan stuff, it just cuts all power. Which, in fairness, like it can be safe and it can be dangerous, because if you're trying to pull away, in an accident or to narrowly avoid an accident, you don't want it to cut power. But obviously, to stop itself from sliding, you want it to cut power. So it's kind of pros and cons. But anyway, so I just managed to flick this bloody thing on, and then just absolutely fucking floored it, and it sort of slid out twice, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. So hopefully people have got some good footage of that, because that'd be cool. But yeah, it's nice. Like, I never thought my 370 would be good enough for car shows, because I'm not like with cars, and because I'm not a massive owner of possessions. I don't look at like possessions. I'm not like, oh yeah, I've got this stuff. This stuff is really good. So I have my 370Z. But I'm not one of these people that's like, oh, it's awesome. I like it, but I don't think other people like it. So that was the first car show I've ever been to. I've never been to any car meets, car shows, whatever before. Because I never thought that the 370Z would be good enough. But it was good. Like, I looked at the other 370s there, and I was like, I think mine's pretty decent, to be fair, by comparison. So I was quite proud of that. Anyway, enough nonsense about my day. Which car show was this? So it was a little impromptu one in a place called Newbury, which is, I think that's West Berkshire. And it was at this cafe place called Podium Cafe. It's like a car sales place, but also like a coffee shop as well, like a car meet place. I don't know, it's just really cool. It's like an impromptu little thing. I just bit my lip. I've just edited a 30-minute video, which will go up on my second channel on Monday. So that'll be cool. Anyway, I digress. I'm talking nonsense. Martin Stallard here has been a member for 11 months. Absolutely crazy. We've got Mr. MH been a member for 8 months. Again, absolutely crazy. Brennan Kilgore says, Mr. H, I just got some information on the Twisted Metal TV series. I don't know if it's true, but apparently the development team had plans for a tie-in game years ago, and some died in a plane. What? Some people died at... What? Some plans or the game? I'm so confused. I'm very confused. I'm very, very confused. But anyway, whatever. That's cool. Interesting. Al Humphreys dropping in, says, I'm so glad you're streaming tonight, Mr. H, mate. I miss you not streaming last night, but I hope you're well and enjoying their wine. Yeah, so last night was a funny one. Like, I felt my stomach just gave way, basically. My stomach was really bad. And I wasn't sick, and I wasn't, like, on the toilet or anything like that, but I just, like, I had some hot, cold flashes, and my stomach was bad. As if I had some mild food poisoning, basically. So I just sat in bed with Jasper. Me and Doggo just, well, we just sat around and watched YouTube and some TV, basically. But it was all right. So I do apologise, guys, but again, you know, thank you to everyone that does have their notifications on, because then you would have been notified that the stream wasn't happening because I posted in the community tab, or also over on Twitter, because I did share it on Twitter. Dead Fly from Moon sent a dead straight face emoji. Have I missed your comment? I'm guessing that's because I didn't know the ravioli thing. Can we boost them likes up, guys? Smash that thumbs up button. There is no one behind me. You're all right. There's some music playing though. In fact, this is the new Bonobo album. It's really good. Strong recommendation if anyone likes sort of like lo-fi sort of chill music. You'd like it. It's good. Oh, side note, guys, I said I was going to... This is the new merch, but this is the merch for the car channel. But some people have been interested, so here we go. Look at this. What a cool t-shirt. How cool is that? I'm really happy with this design. So we got little Godzilla, Mount Fuji, Tokyo skyline. This is a Nissan Pulsar GTIR. And it even says... Baby G on it, and a little bit of Sakura cherry blossom. Oh, I love it. Love it. So, I don't know. Oh, fuck. God. Hold on. God damn. Stupid thing. Right, there we go. I'm back. Right, anyway. This is my design. I had this design. I've got a graphic designer that I work with. So I had that all specced up. Really happy with that design. It's super cool. So I don't know whether it's going to be sold via Teespring or not, or whether I'm going to have it like custom made on t-shirts and sell them myself. Because like Teespring, Jesus. Yeah. Teespring takes so much money. I don't make much money from Teespring, and I pay for this. This is a design which I've paid quite a lot of money for, actually, not cheap. So yeah. But I don't know where I'm still in two minds of the sizing and stuff. So this is a sample size t-shirt that I bought for myself, to figure out whether the sizing is right enough. Nick's got one with his R32 GTR on it. Obviously Godzilla still in the background and stuff like that. and his fits perfectly, but mine rides up on the shoulders, and I think it's because I'm not a small chap, and because I'm a little bit bigger and I've got biggish traps. I think it's just because of my shape, and it rides up a little bit on the shoulders, like it pops up like a little shoulder pad. So I'm gonna wash this one, and then I'm gonna decide, because this is their premium t-shirt. But I don't know whether this is the sort. I'm going through the trial phase. But I have asked my graphic designer to do a really, really cool design to come up on the main channel, on this channel soon, which is a comic version of a kaiju Jasper destroying a town. You better fucking believe you guys will love it. All right. A dead fly from moon. I'm talking such nonsense tonight. Dead fly from moons. I'm in such a good mood. I had such a good day. Honestly, I had such a good day. I loved going to that car show. It was really good fun, and it was really nice meeting people. Subscriber, chit-chatting. It just so nice. Such a good day. Dead fly from moon says, nah mate, all good. It's from SpongeBob. Ah, yes. Okay, I get it. I know. Sean's been a member for 8 months. I was going to say 0.5 months, but that was the level. Sorry, me being an idiot. Yeah, so the Kaiju Jasper is going to be really cool. The idea is now, because obviously like I've done a lot of designs on the channel which have been quite movie specific. And the idea with merch has always been the idea with merch was never to do Mr. H merch, because I think that's super lame, right? Mr. H merch is super, super lame. No one's going to want to wear, oh yeah, Mr. H. The idea has always been to give you some quite cool, topical pop culture designs that you guys can wear, because they're cool. Like the Xenomorph Christmas sweater and stuff, right? Like barely anyone bought the Jasper Merry Hmas, right? Because it's very specific to me. No one wants to buy that stuff. So the idea, I think now, moving forwards, is to make some like cool retro comic Japanese style Jasper inspired original shirts, right? Because I can do that. I can do that and avoid copyright, because a lot of the problems. And also, it provides a shirt that you can just wear, because it's a cool design. Like, who wouldn't want to wear a cool, like, kaiju dog destroying, all in sort of comic style, destroying a city? Like, that's cool, right? I think that's cool. Anyway, I don't care if you don't think it's cool. I do care. But anyway, so the idea is now to create like 5 t-shirt designs for like a 2-year period, and then do limited edition drops. So like, you know, Kaiju Jasper destroying a city, there'll only be like, I don't know, 200 available or something like that. I don't know, but that's the idea. Basically, do these limited drops, and may handle them in house, because that'd be cool. And no one buys Mr. H specific stuff. Mike Hunt, my dude, but we'll see. We'll see. Heath Young, what's up, Brandon? Dear, oh dear. Andrew Esty says, good evening, Mr. H. Hope you and Jasper are blessed. Loved your video about Foreskin's rant on G-Spot. Someone should let her know that Justin Bieber says he wants his jacket back. Oh, God, I know. So many people didn't understand the sense of humor, right? Like, yeah, loads of people didn't get the sense of humor. They were like, oh, but she's complaining about her image and you're joking about it. You know, you're ridiculing her. I'm like, yeah, that's because it's a joke. You know, like, come on. Like, I'm trying to have a laugh here, you know? Yes, the laugh is at someone else's expense, but that's generally what happens. Like, come on. But the vast majority of people really, really liked, you know, the sense of humor in that. I mean, that's had loads of views, but, you know, comparatively to other content, really. So I'm happy with how that went, personally. It was a good video, I thought. Also, just to clarify, loads of people seem to be a bit mistaken with the Joe Rogan video. Loads of people are like, you're defending him for doing misinformation. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, if he has said anything, and if he has actively encouraged people not to take a vaccine, then no, I disavow. Like, I'm not an expert. I would never encourage people not to take a vaccine at all. But I would encourage people to make their own choices, right? My encouragement has always been just do what you think is best. I don't think mandates are right at all or anything like that. It's like make an informed choice and go from there. The video was about cancellation and the fact that he had an expert on that does know what he's talking about, like the mRNA vaccine guy, Malone, does know what he's talking about. But a lot of people seem to be mistaken with that video, think that I'm defending him with the vaccine misinformation and stuff like that. I don't know, like, guys, I don't watch him on a regular basis. Like, I'm not interested. I don't have the time to watch podcasts. But yeah, if he sat there and encouraged people not to take anything, then yeah, like, of course, that's not good. I personally wouldn't do that. That's not for me. That's not what I would do. But yeah, loads of people seem to be misunderstood with that. But whatever. Marshmallow says, Pickled Snoke, Space Jeebus, Space Jasper, Clown World. Yeah, I like those designs. They're super cool. It'd be cool to get like a comic version of Space Jasper. We've got 181 viewers, 150 likes. Hit that thumbs up button, please, ladies and gents. Fergal Kelly says, watch The Peacemaker. Absolutely brilliant. Great opening credits. I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. What is Mr. H's full name? Never you mind. My name is Nate, but never you mind. You don't need to know my name. Oh, shit. Am I a robot? No. What a weird question. I couldn't make heads or tails over that video. Thought it was the fever talking until I was able to rationalise the law speak of actual cause and proximate cause for Rust. Ah, you're talking about the Rust shooting, I think. Yeah, loads of people keep recommending Foundation. I will check it out. Shane White, Space Jasper. I like the Space Jasper. The Space Jasper shirt's cool, man. Space Jasper's badass. He's a dude. Space Jasper is the NASA version of Jasper. Fast Rises, hey H, have you seen the current war with Benedict Cumberbatch? The current war? No, not even heard of that, dude. Not even heard of that. I'll have to check it out. There's some very strange people that follow me on Instagram. Anyway, what's my thoughts on NFTs? I don't care. I'm too old to understand NFTs. I'm definitely not pouring another drink. I definitely am. Slowest drink pourer in history. I'll show you why in a minute, just so you make sense. So, so this was a gift, a housewarming gift from my production manager and friend. He's a good friend of mine now. This is, so you know when you open bottles of wine, you need to air them. This means you don't need to air it. So you pour it through here, and it filters all the shit out, which, this is a pretty good bottle of wine, so there's not really anything in there. And then it's got these little air funnels, which you can see, right? And it filters it through, and it aerates the wine as you pour it through. And yeah, it's good. That was a really good housewarming gift. I got some other like housewarming / like Christmas gifts from my production manager Dave. Being graphic, he's a good dude, good friend. One True Emperor podcast says, I'm making a Predator fan film. Could I consult with you somehow about it? You're very familiar with the Predator lore and short films. You can email me, mistakereviews@gmail.com. But I would say, just don't do it. Fan films are not good to do, especially with Disney now owning Predator. Just don't do it. It's not worth it, mate. You will get hounded by Disney. Not worth it. Not worth it. Don't do it. So in there, you pour it, and then you've got a nice aerated wine, you see? Aerated wine. Aerated wine. That sounds like a hip-hop name, doesn't it? You know? What's your name? I'm aerated wine. Anyway, fuck's sake. H, did you perchance buy Max Power magazine as a teen like I did? I never bought it. I looked at all the tits in Max Power because they'd have like naked ladies and stuff like that. In fairness, I was never actually into cars until I was older. Cars is a relatively new thing for me. Probably about the last like 8 years or so, I've been into cars. I was never into cars growing up. I couldn't care less about cars. But then, yeah, moving forwards, I was really into cars about 8 years ago or so. So if anyone wants to know what this is a hot de. Google it. Hot de wine aerator, I would imagine it's called. Check it out. I would recommend that. It's really good. It does help the wine. It definitely helps the wine. Lucifer the Doberman says, have you watched the early movies by Timur Bekmambetov? Night Watch and Day Watch are excellent. I remember watching Night Watch. I don't remember there ever being a Day Watch. That must have come out when I was abroad. So I used to work abroad, right? So I used to work in like Miami, Texas, the Caribbean, all of that kind of stuff. So that probably would have come out later down the line when I wasn't really around. There's a lot of stuff I actually missed out on, which a lot of people asked me about, which that would probably be one of them. Let me have a look. Day Watch. Yeah. I wouldn't have been here. 2006. I wouldn't have been here. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I remember watching Night Watch. Night Watch was cool. I bought this hoodie, and it's too small for me. Like, it's alright. It'll be alright as a gym hoodie, but I need to do a size up. It's a little bit. You can see it's a little bit tight, a little bit too tight. But I'm pushing on. I'm still wearing it. Andre Silva says, "What did you do before YouTube?" I was a teacher, mate. I used to teach A levels. And some GCSE English and maths. But I used to teach level 3 A level stuff. Oh no. Oh, the zip's broke now. You son of a bitch. Oh no, there you go, it's fixed. Look at this. This is the sushi dragon. Love it. But anyway, it's a bit too tight. I need to get a bigger one. Bloody pain in the ass. I think I'm a bit smaller than I am, clearly. I was like, medium will be fine. I buy it, I'm like, I could literally barely fit into it. And then like it's all tight across the back and it's really short and I'm like, I should have bought a large. God damn. Mike Hunt says, you seem full of mirth. This is what happens when you take a break from news and e-drama and simply engage in what you enjoy. Everything that causes disruption to your peace is a psychic attack on the soul. That is a very philosophical comment there, my dude. Very, very philosophical comment. I appreciate it, though. I'm just happy. I've had a good day. But you are right. You are right. Yeah, you are right. Like, you know, take it. I mean, I didn't take a break. Like, I worked today. All the videos that have been released, I made today. And then I went out and you know, did this car show. So, yeah. It was cool. But yeah, you are right. Did you have a YouTube channel before Mistake Reviews and your car nonsense channel? No. Miss H, I just thought of something. How about pairing wine, mead, or alcoholic beverage with the dish that you make on your cooking channel? You could do that, but you'd spoil the wine. So if you had to open it up to have it per meal, you would spoil it. Like a good rule of thumb is red wine will go nicely with a red meat, or a rich dish like pork and lamb go quite well with a red wine. More so lamb than anything else. But yeah, like you'd ruin the wine because you'd have to open it up, and then I don't drink very often, so I wouldn't want to drink it, and then it would go off, wouldn't it? Malcolm MX Taylor, sorry. Okay, I've just got back from a Saturday night drinking. I'm normally a red wine drinker. Today was drinking white wine, semi-dry, and it was great. 10 Georgian Larry, about £2. What do you say? So if you let me know if you want red or white, and if you like dry or sweet, then I will send some to you. My preference is a red wine, my dude. My preference is a red wine. Not dry. Don't really like dry. Yeah. Well, I mean, this isn't really dry. This is an interesting one, actually. I voice noted I voice noted Dave because I was like, you need to buy this. This is an interesting wine. It's not thick. Like some red wines are really thick, and it's quite fruity, but it doesn't have like a sort of like a bitterness or like a sour taste to it. It hits really nice. Yeah, it's good. This is a really nice wine. Yeah, it's good. If you decide to do a cooking theme vid, what is your favourite dish? I like loads of dishes. I've literally just made cookie dough, which is sitting in the fridge. So I've made cookie dough tonight, and I was gonna make it. I was gonna make cookies tonight. But yeah, it needs. I just haven't bought. I'm gonna make it tomorrow instead. And they got like huge chunks of chocolate in it. I can't wait to make it. It's gonna be good fun. So like I just like cooking in general. I literally just like cooking in general. Scorch Wolf says, I know Marvel's hit or miss for you. Are you interested in the Moon Knight show? He's basically a batshit crazy Batman with DPD. Either way, cheers. I'm intrigued because I like Oscar Isaacs. I think he's a good actor. So yeah. I'll be interested to see how he pulls it off. I think Oscar Isaacs is a pretty decent actor. He has pretty good range. I was very impressed with him in Ex Machina. I thought it was very, very good. So I'm more interested because of that than anything else. Marshmallow dropped in with £5. Thank you to everyone sending super chats. It really genuinely helps out the channel. So thank you so much. And I'm not one of these people that just read super chats, so please do take that in mind. If you appreciate that, send a super chat. Marshmallow says, I don't drink and would like an explanation on dry wine and if there is a wet wine. Not familiar with the wine lingo. So I guess like dry wine, I guess the let me give you what they describe dry wine meaning. Let me give you what Google says a dry wine is, and then I'll give you what my interpretation is. So the term dry, when talking about wine, refers to the taste that leaves in your mouth because of the amount of sugars remaining in the wine after fermentation. Sweet wines are just the opposite. A sweet wine is a wine that retains some of the residual sugar from the grapes during fermentation. So to me, that is Google's definition of a sweet, of a dry and a sweet wine. A dry wine does physically leave your mouth, or it, albeit appears to leave your mouth a little bit drier. I also think that dry wines tend to be quite crisp. They have a crispness like a lager does. So like if you have a crisp white wine, for instance, there will be if you have a dry white wine, for instance, there'll be a crispness to it, just like a lager, just like a beer. So I also think that it's important to note that some dry wines have that sort of crispness. And as Mirrored Domains points out, it says there's a tang. There is a tang. There's almost a. I don't want to say sour, but there's. I guess tang is probably the right word. There is a tang to it. Yeah. There you go. Andy McCallum. Fist bump, mate. Appreciate it. Might as well just drink beer. Nah, man, I love a good wine. Love a good wine. Mr. MH says, Mr. H, you genuinely help a lot of people too. People come here because you're a relatable, down-to-earth, and an all-round good guy. I respect you, sir. That's very kind. Thank you. Yeah, that's very kind. Thank you very much. Do you think Jim Cameron should direct another Aliens movie? I'd be intrigued to see what he does. I'd love to see James Cameron go back to sci-fi, but not like, giant blue Smurf sci-fi, like actual just sci-fi. I'd like to see him go back to doing sci-fi stuff. Honestly, guys, I would strongly recommend everyone everyone download it. This album's sick. This brand new album by Bonobo. It is so bloody good. So good. Love it. Heath Young, my dude, how are you? Just as a quick heads up, Heath, mate, you sent over your care package box to a postal address. That postal address will no longer be in use after a certain point. So I know you're looking to send some more stuff. Just as a heads up, give me a shout. All right, I'll get it sorted. But just don't send anything. And anyone else as well, ladies and gents. Anyone that is using the PO box, you'll find it not in any new. The address won't be in any new videos because that's going to be phased out soon. It's still going to be available, but I'm going to be changing the PO box address. So you can send stuff now, right the way through to like February, and then from February there'll be a new PO box. All right. So just as a quick heads up, ladies and gents, please don't send anything. I don't want anything to go missing. When you guys send stuff, I don't want it to go missing. I don't want the issue with it. I'd hate for your kindness to be wasted and lost. Don't like it. It annoys me. It upsets me. All right. Heath Young says, I'm looking forward to watching The Northman. Looks gritty, gory, and guttural. Isn't that a great word? Guttural. Love that. Yeah, it does. Northman looks great. But The Northman also has very stylized... sort of auteur filmmaker approach to it, like the framing of certain things, the lenses that they're using, the sort of curvature of the lens. You can see the world warping around the character. It's very good. That trailer was great. Really, really good trailer. Chris, no more redheads in Hollywood anymore. The only red is the one Mr. H is putting away right now. That's funny. Scream 5 disappointed me today after going to see it. That's from British Gaming Turd. Great name. Yeah. Interesting. I'm not. I wasn't a fan of it. It just entertained me. That was it. It just entertained me enough. But I can see why people would hate it, and I could see why people would love it as well. So yeah, it just did the bare minimum to entertain. But we won't get into spoilers, ladies and gents. Don't want to spoil it for anyone. Marshmallow says cheers for the insight and dropped in £2. Appreciate that, mate. Lucifer the Doberman. I am reading stuff, sorry. Says... I've just stopped my music like a dipshit. Lucifer the Doberman says, have you checked out Mushroom Jazz albums by Mark Farina? I have a bunch of them on vinyl, and we're sure you'll enjoy it. I've never heard Mark Farina. I've got some vinyl. I've got some Bonobo on vinyl, actually. That's another thing you guys don't know. I do like vinyl, believe it or not. So yeah, I will have to check that out. Mushroom Jazz. Please remind me, because I won't be able to do it now. But please remind me of that. That'll be interesting. Mr. Kirk says, have you heard of the horror comedy Ready or Not? I have, and I've done video reviews of it. And also some in-depth sort of essay videos on like why that is the perfect example of a strong female in modern cinema. Ready or Not's Samara Weaving is the best modern interpretation of a strong female. At the time, she was great. Gareth, you here, my dude? Nice to have you on, mate. It's been a while, eh? Marshmallow says Alexander Skarsgård looks like a total unit in that trailer. Yeah, he's ripped, isn't he? So yeah. What have I got on vinyl? So, literally just new stuff. So I've got Gunship's albums, Dark All Day. I've got Bonobos, The North Borders. Also, another Bonobo one. I think I've just got Gunship and Bonobo, if I remember rightly. I need to get some more, but I haven't been able to use my record player for a while. So... like when I move, I'll have like a record entertainment unit thing in the living room. Because like I've got like Google Nest and stuff like that, but it's nice to listen to actual vinyl. It's just nice. Like it's just one of those quirks. It's nice. Gareth, anything on this cooking thing yet? When I move, mate. When I move, we'll have a cooking channel, I promise. Life of Nate says, do you use OBS to live stream? I do. Yeah, OBS is pretty decent for live streaming. Luke says, I know your views on Resurrections, but do you think people might appreciate this film in time after revisiting it? Hope you're having a good night, dude. Yeah, my night's pretty decent. No, I don't think so. I don't know. That's a difficult one to tell. It really is. JC says, anyone here, Predator 5 may go to Hulu? No, it's confirmed it's going to Hulu streaming. It's not being released in cinemas. It's confirmed. Well, it was at that point anyway. Do I have any drum and bass? No, I don't have any drum and bass on vinyl. My vinyl collection needs to grow. I had loads of problems. That wasn't very nice. I had loads of problems buying some vinyl from Amazon. Amazon's a pretty decent place to buy vinyl because if it arrives warped, you just send it back. Because they do free returns, don't they? So I had loads of problems buying a bunch of vinyl through Amazon, so I sort of stopped for a while. I go through a spat of buying stuff, and then, yeah. Mr. Grant, Mr. H, good evening. Good evening, Mr. Grant. Fast Ride says, Mr. H, you seem to be a huge lo-fi ambience fan. You must know Boards of Canada or Com-Truise. I know Com-Truise, don't know Boards of Canada. I am. I do like lo-fi. I do like lo-fi. But yeah. Yeah, I do like lo-fi stuff. Mike Hunt, H is a Christian. He believes in resurrection. You funny sod. Hey, you. Hey, you. I swear, like, my eyes go a little bit more intense when I'm drinking. Like, I think they go look a little bit bluer. And the limbal, whatever it's called. Someone said it on a stream the other day. That becomes a bit more apparent. I swear it does when I'm drinking. Anyway, well, the Hey You says Spider-Man 3 was a disappointment. But the vinyl is great. Good music and really cool album art record. Google a picture. I'm going to have that. I did not know that. Wow. I'll have to check that out. What? Let me have a look. Spider-Man vinyl. Spider-Man 3 vinyl. Oh, mate, that's really cool. That's a cool vinyl. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, I like that a lot. That's cool. Your pupils are constricted, so yes, a bluer would be consistent. That makes sense. People are probably wondering why I even said that. It's because I can see myself on screen. So if I spot myself and I see something what I perceive to be a little bit different, I'm going to comment on it. It sort of makes sense. Sounds like a nice buzz already. I mean, I've drunk this is my last glass of a bottle of wine. So like, I'm pretty good. I'm not like drunk, but I've got a good buzz for sure. Oh, Nick's messaging me. He's watched the last episode of The Expanse. What does he think? But he says, right, I've watched it. I think it was a nice end to it. And I said, but, and he goes, lots of unanswered. Lots unanswered, but as an end of things go, I enjoyed it. Likewise. Lots unanswered, but decent wrap up. They didn't Games of Thrones it. There you go. Anyway, Sergeant Bear. Again, thank you so much for the super chats, ladies and gents. It really does go a long way. It genuinely helps the channel out. It quite literally keeps the lights on. January is a really bad time for YouTube. Like, all the advertisers pull money out, so you don't get much money as a YouTuber. It's actually pretty bad, to be fair. And that's on top of YouTube being shit as well in general. So thank you so much for the super chats. But Sergeant Bear says, Mr. H, you've still got to see Guns Akimbo. I think it's on Amazon. Same actress as Ready or Not, and she's hilarious in it. Yes. I will have to check that out. I have wanted to check that out for quite a while, so I will check that out. I've got a little bit more time than I would normally as well. So I will check that out for sure. Mike Hunt says, woke all-female Predator remake pitch. The lady Predator seduces Arnie, marries him, and takes his kids and half his stuff. What do you think? I think that sounds absolutely horrifying, but I can believe it. So let's put it into action right now. Oh dear. Lucifer the Doberman says, my favourite movie vinyl is from Requiem for a Dream. Sorry, but I've been a DJ for 15 years and this is my jam. That's awesome, man. How did you get into DJing? I'm intrigued to hear that, for sure. I like that. That woke Predator remake page. I like that a lot. That's fucking funny. Oh, he's continuing. Didn't feel annoyed or anything. Yeah. Or Dexter, or basically most series that don't know how to end. Did you watch to the end of credits, the ring going red? Yeah, it's setting up the next book's 30 years in the future. But we don't know if they'll do them. Shame. Sad face. Yeah, movie needs to happen. I really wish if they made an Expanse movie that fucking turn my music off again. If they made an Expanse movie, that'd be rad as hell. I'd love an Expanse movie. Dominic Weil says, have I watched the Dexter finale part 2 Electric Boogaloo yet? Thoughts, personally, a rushed ending that ruined a great return? No. I'm not massively in on Dexter. I never got that sort of hype train. I never jumped on it. So, no, I haven't watched it. I'm not going to lie. I know lots of people keep recommending it. I know I probably should, but I haven't. So I do apologise. Jason Swank sent $9.99, but I believe YouTube probably deleted your comment. So, can you write it outside of that somehow? Also, ladies and gents, please do consider becoming a member of the channel or a Patreon. You do get benefits of it. You get weekly playthroughs. I'm currently playing Cyberpunk 2077. Patrons, $10 or more, get monthly Skype hangouts. $50 or more, get monthly one-to-one Skype hangouts. It's good stuff. Consider becoming a Patreon or a member. Memberships have benefits as well. Guilty Pleasure Studios. You talk trash about the platform that made you known and pays you revenue. No, the platform facilitates that. The platform never... The platform made me known? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But obviously, if I didn't appear on the platform, then I wouldn't be known in the first place. So how much stock can you put in that as a statement? And also, just because something is good and has had positive impact on you or your surroundings doesn't mean it's beyond reproach. That's a really retarded take. Just as a heads up. I love YouTube. I love everything that it's done. I love the fact that we can sit here and stream and connect. But also, it does piss me off that loads of people don't get notified. So I can like something, but also be annoyed at something, all in the same breath. Both statements can be true. Al Humphreys says, say hello to Nick from me. Please, Mr. H, and tell him we all love him too. Absolutely, I will do. The Emperor of Mankind says, I'm drinking to celebrate my promotion in League of Legends 5 minutes ago. Having a whiskey. Cheers, mate. All hail me. Long live me. Awesome. Well done. But I thought you were the Emperor. How can you get promoted? Marshmallow says, I could send you my Alien Covenant soundtrack on vinyl and my Linkin Park reanimation on vinyl if you're interested. No, mate. You keep your belongings. You keep your belongings. Don't send me any of that stuff. I'm quite particular about things like vinyl and stuff like that. I only listen to music on vinyl for sure, and I don't really. Linkin Park are fine. I'm not massive on Linkin Park, so I would say definitely keep your things for you. You enjoy those things. They are your belongings. Chloe Venus says my student loan just dropped. I hope this helps out for January. Oh, don't spend your student loan on this. I'm not worth your student loan. You silly bugger. Thank you. That's very kind. Dominic Weil says, here's a drink on me. Again, that's very, very kind. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'll have a drink. Nick from Car Nonsense is here. And he says, now I'm here. I've literally just been talking about your thoughts on The Expanse, and that is why, if you scroll up, Nick, people quite literally asked. Well, Al Humphreys quite literally says, "Say hello to Nick," and someone else asked, "Would Nick ever be on a live stream? That would be cool. It would be cool to have you on a live stream, to be honest." That's very, very funny. Ah, you a son of a bitch. So if people don't know who Nick is well, I say long-time friend. He's been my friend ever since I've lived here now. So I can't remember when I met you. I must have lived there for a few months. Because I remember Nick asked, because I had my bodybuilding trophies in my window, and Nick does some like eBay stuff. And I remember I got out my car once and he asked me what he thought it was a toy. So he was like, "Oh, what's that in your window?" Thinking it was a toy. And so ever since then, and I've known him ever since then, and then got cars, and we started the Car Nonsense channel together, which is linked in the description box. Please do check it out. But he's basically my neighbour, and he's a friend. He's a good friend. Good buddy. And yeah, so that's who Nick is, basically. As he says, the better half of car nonsense. Well, you appear more on car nonsense than me at the moment, because I don't like doing the selfie the selfie shit on on camera stuff. So yeah, that's who Nick is, basically, everyone. My neighbour and friend, good friend. Marshmallow says, love it when the streamers are laugh. Hell, Nick, yeah. He's a dude. Tom Workins says, I've been asking about his music, but he's been... Hey? What have you been asking about my music? Let me scroll up. Can you hear my music? Is that what it is? I don't know. I can't... What have you been asking about my music? Bunny Rabbit. Am I an influencer? No. Brandon Kilgore asks, Nick, I do eventually plan to send some stuff through the mail for you and Nate's, but I can't send it through normal post office. So Brandon, I would wait for that anyway, because the PO box address will be changing soon, because I will be buying this house, so just wait for all of that as well. I'll be putting like a redirect from my house and stuff, but yeah, it'll be moving on. Nick, I bloody hope he isn't an influencer. You son of a bitch. You need to come around and fix my bloody computer anyway, you sod. I need this NVMe card to work. You son of a gun. I need my NVMe card working. That 40 gigs of bloody video footage I took today. Need to store it on there. Christ. Nick, up yours. Yeah, you're what a lovely chap you are. Nick, I don't work in IT, mate. No, you are IT, aren't you? Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, I don't like the term influencer. I hate that. Glenn says, Mr. H, any plans in the future to put more power into the SR20 in your Datsun? Did you find the umbrella for the Pulsar? I forgot to ask. So, right, so Pulsar umbrella, may have found one. I think I found one. I think a deal's been done, but it's not 100%. Until it's in my hand, it's not 100%. With respect to the truck and the SR20 in the truck, the idea for the truck at the moment is that it's a cruiser, but when I get it and I drive it, the new suspension that has been added to it, because it had a coilover kit put all round and a 4-link Watts kit, which is that's a pretty impressive kit that's been put on it. If it handles better around corners, then yeah, I'll add more power because it will be able to handle it. At the moment, the truck, you drive it and it literally feels like it feels like you're about to die. Like, it's a very scary truck to drive. The SR20 in the truck, that car would be really nice if you got it to about 300 horsepower, right? It's very, very light. There's no weight in the rear over the rear axles. It's got a differential, although I don't know. I'd need to check over the drive shafts and stuff and see how good they are, because they might rip themselves apart if there's too much power. But it'd be nice to get that with some power. But stock, they put out about 200-ish, I think, 200 horsepower, maybe 180. I don't know the exact amount. But it would be good to have a bit more power with that truck, but only if it can handle it. At the moment, going into the shop, no, definitely not, because you go around a corner and it feels like it's about to roll over and kill you. But with all the new, snazzy suspension and coilovers and shit, then yeah, maybe. But we'll see. Hopefully that answers your question anyway. How's the engine coming along with the Pulsar? The latest is that they need to re-shim the head. So they need to buy test shims to figure out what size shims they need. Then they need to buy actual shims. They need to buy a new crankshaft pulley. So I said, can you source a, was it Ross Engineering harmonic dampener? So they're probably, but they've managed to source that. So they're going with a Ross Engineering, I think it is, from Australia actually, where you are, C Kramer. You're in Australia, aren't you, C Kramer? No, are you in Australia or are you in the States? I can't remember where you are. Anyway, whatever, doesn't matter where you are. Point is, the Ross Engineering or whatever it is, that's coming from Australia, I believe. So it'll have a new uprated harmonic dampener. Nick, your dog, I heard you like shims. Yeah, it's like shims on shims on shims. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. But anyway, whatever. We'll see it. We'll see how it goes. It'll be hopefully there'll be some movement on it soon. C Chrome, I know you're from New Jersey. Right, okay, yeah, it's fine. Anyway, the Ross Engineering, they make harmonic dampeners, so that's coming from Australia. Doesn't matter. Marshmallow, Frank, 79C Batmobile. Alright. Do I miss the Subaru? Do you miss your MX-5, Nick? Do you miss it? Huh? I sort of miss the Subaru, but sort of not. Sort of miss it, but sort of not. Because you know as well as I do, mate, the gearbox was going to blow up on that car. That was like that was a bad acceleration away from the gearbox blowing up for sure. Sorry, I'm missing some of this stuff here. Now, Souvenir Mike says, Mr. H, I could not stop laughing at that G4 video you posted. What an absolute train wreck. Mate, fuck Jesus, I know. Honestly, G4 TV, what a joke. What an absolute joke. Seriously, what a joke. Brandon Kilgore asks us both a question. Says, Nick Car Nonsense, Mr. H Reviews, can't we all just get along? It's love that makes the world go round. What would Jasper do? Oh dear, oh dear. Jasper's a legend. He ran away from me the other day on a bloody dog walk, little shit. God, it really annoyed me. Smoke Monster, the foreskin joke was funny. Yeah. Apparently some other people have stolen my my joke, which annoyed me. Because I don't get credit for my joke. But never mind. Guilty Pleasure Studio says, do you think the last Batman trailer showed too much? No. The thing is, like, it's Batman. You kind of know the gist of Batman. You're not going to get spoiled with Batman. Like a new film like The Northman, you can get spoiled on that. You don't know the story. You don't know anything. You've got no expectations at all. So you can be spoiled on that. But Batman, you know what's happening with it. So, like, I don't think you can be spoiled with it. I don't think you can show too much. I think you need to show enough. And I think that they've done that. We still don't know what the Riddler's intention is with Batman. There's a lot we still don't know. I think they showed enough to get us, like, ooh, intrigued, as it were. Sean says, you guys do like your Asian cars, which to a North American is dealing with toys. That's funny. Mate, honestly, we don't get American cars in the UK. They're so rare here. They're very rare here. American cars in the UK are so rare, and they're so fucking expensive. If you do get them here, they are piss expensive. Like a piece of shit that you'd buy for like $100 in the States, you buy like for a few grand here. That's how much the markup is. It's comparable to sweets. You buy sweets from the States in the UK, they cost you a few dollars. Over here, they cost like £10. A good comparison. It's just ridiculous. Chris, do you put your bins out early? Binfluencer. I don't actually. I put my bins out late. And sometimes I don't even put them out. I forget sometimes, to be fair. Like, I'll open my door, I'll open my window some days and be like, fuck, got to put the bins out. Run downstairs, put them out. Brilliant. Heath Young says, I think out of all the 50-ish cars I've owned, I miss my GNX. What's a GNX? And 240Z the most. What is a GNX? Interesting. And Heath Young is Nissan Datsun for life. I really like Nissan. I do like Nissan cars. First name, last name says the only time I've seen an American car in the UK was in a supermarket car park, and it's bigger than the parking space. That's about right. UK roads are tiny. You guys don't understand. UK roads are so small. Your American cars wouldn't fit on UK roads. Crazy. Do you have a favourite classic Detroit muscle car? No. I don't know enough about American cars, to be honest. Al Humphrey says, do you still have doggo treats left of the ones I sent Mr. H? If not, I'll send you some more after you've moved and have the details of the new PO box. I do still have some, yeah. I haven't gone through them yet, mate. Yeah, no, I've still got some. I've still got some doggo treats, Al, my dude. So don't worry about that yet. Ask again in, I don't know, like a month and a bit, probably, but like 2 months, I guess. That's very kind of you. That's incredibly kind of you. You can actually see all here. I've got boxes ready to go. I'm ready to start packing up. Gonna start packing this place up. Can't wait to move. It's gonna be good. Yeah, it's gonna be really, really good. Iron Wolf says, have you ever seen a Hummer H1 in the UK? Those things are wide as fuck. Funny you should mention that. Me and Nick both saw a Hummer today, actually, as we left a car show, which was amazing. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was an H1. H2s are not really around, so yeah. Mike Hunt says, we have a plastic straw ban here in the colonies. It's lowered the global temperature by 20 degrees. Do you have a plastic straw ban in the motherland? Yeah, we have. Yeah, we've got a car. We've got a straw ban here. They just give you like paper straws. They're the fucking worst things ever. They just, you know, it'd be like you'd be drinking a drink and then you go, and you get like a bit of paper in your mouth. What the fuck is this? And then your straw's disintegrated. Not fun. Not fun at all. Yeah, but then as well, you know, we replaced all those, all that amazing, that, you know, world-loving non-pollution. We replaced it with bloody fucking masks, didn't we? So that was super dumb, but whatever. Stuart Barnum, what is your favourite music to listen to when training? Also, still want to photograph the Datsun. Mate, honestly, when that car is done, you can photograph it as much as you like. I will absolutely love some awesome professional photographs of the Datsun truck. In fact, I bet you anything Nick would like to attend that photo shoot with his R32 GTR as well. Because I bet you anything, if you did some really cool shots with the R32, he would probably have them blown up and put on a wall or something. I bet you anything. I would. I'd have that done with a truck. I'd have that put on a wall. That'd be sick. So yeah, for sure, Stuart, my dudes. 100%. When the car's done, we will. You can photograph the Datsun truck for sure. Am I moving far away? About 45 minutes away. Half hour if you drive fast. Oh dear. Will I still live near Nick and carry on with car nonsense when you move? Yes. So I will live about 45 minutes away from Nick, from where I live now, because Nick literally is my neighbour. And car nonsense will still continue for sure. Nick has booked us in for 2 car shows already this year, outside of the one that we went to this weekend. So we'll be going to lots of car shows this year. We'll be doing lots of car shows. And basically, it just requires a little bit more communication. So before, like the year just gone, me and Nick, because he's a neighbour, we just send a message, go, oh, do you want to work on the car today? Yeah, sure. And we just go out and work on the car because we could. We're in a position where we could do that. Whereas now with a little bit distance, it will require a little bit more communication, a little bit more planning, but we'll still continue it. I've got no... I love car nonsense. I think I love the content on car nonsense. I think it's an amazing channel. I really, really love that content. So, I've got no plans of stopping it. So we will still continue it for sure. And in fact, in terms of where I will be moving to, there is an enclosed garden space where my driveway is. So we should be able to do some work in the garden and and have that a little bit more private, but also hopefully there'll be, the idea is to build a carport, but that remains to be seen. We'll see how that goes. But it'll be good. Basically, yes, lots more content still going. Don't you worry about it. Will still be happening. So second channel will still go. Don't worry. I'm sure Nick will chime in with some fucking smart ass comment like, no, I don't want to do videos with you now. Blah blah blah. Shut up. PT YouTube, interesting name. Says if you were to design a realistic UK Batmobile like the new movie coming out, what would you pick as the base to modify? I'd go something like the TVR Cerberus Speed 12. Oh, that's a really interesting question. I love that question. That's great. Right, okay. So if I was to design a realistic UK car-based Batmobile, what would I choose? Right. If I would do the TVR Tuscan if I was to do a TVR. The TVR Cerberus is good, but TVR Tuscan I think is a little bit better, a little bit longer. And the sort of ports, you could make something a bit more. Yeah, TVR Tuscan maybe, or the Ford Capri. So not a lot of people know about the Ford Capri. In the States, but the Ford Capri is like the British version of like the Mustang, sort of, but not. Ford Capri could be good. Or we didn't really have muscle cars over here. I could say like MGB GT, but you can't have that either. I think TVR Tuscan or a Ford Capri would be good. Yeah. TVR Tuscans are sick, man. They're really cool. But you'd have to do an engine swap in it for sure. Flickster says, hello, Mr. H. Hope the day is treating you well. Did you live in the US at some point in time? I did. So I worked in Miami, out of Galveston, Texas. Yeah, so I lived and worked in the States for a while. Nick, you son of a bitch. Nah, I don't want to do videos with you now. Alright, fine. Whatever. Suit yourself. Yeah, the MGB GT V8, they're sick. But they're not that powerful either, really. Al Humphrey says, I've been in a lot of pain recently, Tom, working as I have chronic pain from a car accident about 10 years ago. But that's how it goes, I suppose. No remedy for it, though. Yeah. Yeah, I know about your issues. That's not good, mate. Oh, shit. Oh, Lotus is actually no. What about Lotus? Yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, Lotus could be good. Cerberus McBain, great name, says is the reason why you don't get muscle cars is because they suck down gas really bad. Yeah, petrol's really expensive in the UK. My God, is it expensive? Fucking Jesus. Klaus says, Mr. H, do you think there should be a Driver 2 movie? No. I think that could be good as is. Lauren Curtis says, hello, Mr. H. My name is Lindsay. And I want to say that you and Jasper are amazing. And I absolutely enjoy your movie review content. What's your favourite horror movie? Well, that's very kind. Thank you, Lindsay. My favourite horror movie. I don't know if I've got a favourite. Hellraiser's up there just because I enjoy it. I'm trying to think, what's my go-to horror movie? A good horror series. Hellraiser's a good go-to. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's definitely a good go-to. Of the last few years, a good horror series would be Sweet Home. Really like Sweet Home. Sweet Home is amazing. Nick, peace out, dude. Thanks, mate. Cheers, dude. Son of a bitch. Ah, dear, oh dear. You funny bugger. Budgie Cat, great name, says, Mr. H, are you familiar with Diamond Star Motors car? Oh, DSM, yeah. The Eclipse, the GTO, Galant Evo. Yeah, I'm not familiar, but I know of them, yeah. You had a non-turbo Talon that you turboed, bought a 60 to 1 turbo from a guy named Turbo Bobo. Fuck's sake. I mean, I know of them. That sounds almost a bit like a troll, but yeah, no, I know of them. That's fucking hilarious. Sean says, I'm really gonna miss Nick if you lose touch after the move. Oh, mate, honestly, don't worry. We won't be doing that. Yeah, no, me and Nick won't lose touch. I can assure you of that. Don't worry about that. Fung Meat says, why did I get out of teaching? Just curious. So YouTube, teaching doesn't pay much in the UK at all. In fact, it pays absolutely nothing. So YouTube ended up covering more than about the same, if not a little bit more than what teaching did. And so it was a calculated move. I took a few quarters to get there, so 3 monthly quarters. Reviewed accounts and sort of what was coming in and stuff like that, and kind of went from there. But yeah, that's why. Because like YouTube's a lot of work, but teaching was a lot of work outside of the hours you got paid. Whereas at least with YouTube, you got paid for everything you did, and it was a more. Well, you didn't get paid for everything you did because it felt a little bit more like it was in your control. Whereas teaching, I'd spend hours just printing shit off, like printing exams off and stuff like that to invigilate. Or hours just fucking marking stuff. And you'd be sat there, you'd have to give feedback, and then you'd have to ask for feedback on your feedback, and then you'd have to do feedback on the feedback on the feedback. And it was such a fucking nightmare. I really enjoyed teaching, but Jesus, was it a nightmare. So I gave it up because something was better, was better for my time and a little bit more enjoyable. Like, I love what I do here. Like, I love being able to interact with you guys. And yeah, I just enjoy it. Like, it's good fun. I'm in a very lucky position to be able to, and yes, like, it's hard some months. Like, some months are really, really bad and stuff like that. But, like, it's still good to be able to sit and do these streams. These streams were such a great idea, to sit here and be able to chit chat to you all and connect with you all. So yeah, I'm very lucky to be able to do what I do. Or minus still some issues, obviously, with YouTube's not perfect, put it that way. But I still consider myself lucky. What subject did I teach? So I delivered A-level, level 3s, or GCSE English and Maths. So I delivered the English and Maths, but A-level sciences, so anatomy and physiology, nutrition, programming for physical activity and things like that. It was all basically, it was all basically. So I was a teacher, but I delivered the technical certification of an NVQ. So an NVQ is a vocational qualification, and they go up in levels. So level 2 is GCSE, level 3 is A level, and so I delivered the technical certification of what a PT would need, but also the fundamental basis, foundation for what a level 3 would be, which is English, maths, because you have to have them down pat before you progress onto a level 3, if that makes sense. It's a whole lot of nonsense. A lot of people just be like, what are you talking about? But there you go. Fung Meat says, completely understand the marking part. I'm a teacher as well. Totally get it. Mate, honestly, like, when they brought in, you need to give feedback. So you need to mark your students' work, and then you need to ask feedback on your marking. I was like, why? And then they had the nerve to go, what you need to do is you need to ask for their feedback on your marking, and then you need to give them feedback on their feedback. I'm like, are you fucking joking me? That's like 3 things for no reason. It's, oh, mate, what absolute shit show it was. Jesus. I mean, if you're a teacher, you know exactly what I'm on about then. It was just ridiculous. I just could not believe it that they did that. You need to give feedback on their feedback. I'm like, what are you on about? Are you high? Like, why do you need to do that? And like, it serves no purpose as well. It serves absolutely no purpose. Utterly redundant. Absolutely redundant. Ridiculous. Please do follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. H Reviews. Please, ladies and gents. Would appreciate it. Mike Hunt says, it's not the teaching that bothers you, it's the system. Third channel, teaching videos is where school is going as a generation grow up fearing the air. I don't know if I could do videos like that anymore, to be fair. I wouldn't want to do... I wouldn't want to do teaching videos. I think that would be a bit annoying. I enjoy what I do. Like, I enjoy sitting here and giving you sort of, answers and stuff like that. I don't know if I'd want to do teaching videos. What's this? So, we need a sequel to Kindergarten Cop starring H. No, Smoke Mods. Definitely not. Raven Starfire says, love you, bro. Not a wine guy, but I am having a beer with you. Excellent. What horror and comic storylines or subjects would you like to see? Also, any thoughts on Halo live action show? Keep it the great content. So I'd actually done, believe it or not, guys, I'd actually done a trailer reaction to the Halo trailer, but it got blocked, copyright claimed, which is very frustrating. So I couldn't really do that. I couldn't release it, obviously. Which was a pain in the arse, but never mind. So in terms of what horror and comic storylines or subjects would you like to see? I don't know. I enjoy what they do with the Hellraiser stuff. I've done some Hellraiser comic stories before. They've been pretty decent. Yeah, I'd like to see more of them. More of the Witchblade would be good, and more of the Darkness would be good as well. Teaching nonsense. Jesus. No, definitely not. Did I see that there might be more Monsterverse comics? No. When was that released? Monsterverse stuff's cool. Mike Hunt says, that is insane to me that someone would give up a career in order to make a living on YouTube. YouTube as a career is insane. So, yeah, I agree, but I don't see YouTube as a career. The thing is, once you've reached a level that you teach people, that's not something that you have to give up. I can go back to that if I want. It's not really a big deal. Like, if this was all, or if this all fell through, I can go back to teaching. Like, I don't care. Like, it is absolutely fine. And the thing is as well, like, you got to remember, I was very smart. No one knows my name. Yeah, sure, you all know me as Nate, but is that my actual name? Or you don't all know me as Nate, but some of you know me as Nate. Some of you know me as Mr. H. But I can go back to teaching whenever I want. Like, it's really not a big deal. So yes, you are right. Giving up, a career to do YouTube would be insane. But I don't view YouTube as a career, and I don't view teaching as a career either. Teaching's not a career. Like, it's not. There's no sort of long-term goal in teaching. There's no longevity in it either. That is a young man's game, teaching. You can't do that forever. That absolutely destroys you. But I've got no intention of stopping YouTube, just as as an FYI. So the thing is that if it fell apart, I can go back to teaching like that, because you've achieved a certain level. Like, if you're in an industry and you reach the level that you are quite literally, inducting people into the industry from no knowledge at all, you've reached a level at which you can return to whenever you want. So yes, I mean, I got no intention of stopping, but if I have to, I can go back to teaching. It's not a big deal. And even still, like, I'll go back to doing other stuff. Like, I'm fine about doing whatever I want. Like, life is a series of experiences until you die. So you need to experience as much as possible to truly live. And that's not necessarily just returning to the same job at which you have done previously. Like, teaching's fine, but would I do something else? Yeah, I'd do something else. I literally delivered kitchens at one point because I needed a job. You don't have to do what you're trained in. Shane134 says, if you could make a Warhammer 40k movie, how would you make it? Which chapter and what type of enemies? So I'm not hugely familiar with Warhammer 40k. I know rudimentary stuff, like peripheral knowledge of it all, because I did videos on it, but those videos were me actually learning of it. So yeah, like yeah, I think I like the Space Marines. I'd want it to include Space Marines and Chaos. I don't know whether I would do the sort of older stuff. The Horus Heresy would be good, actually. That'd be interesting. I'd like to see a Warhammer 40k movie of the Horus Heresy, because I think that would be quite compelling. It'd be a long, a bit like a two-parter, maybe even a three-parter. But that would be good. I think that would be enjoyable. JT Mitchie says, Mr. H, let's leave all this behind and open up a dojo together. We can teach down and out peeps linguistic karate. That'd be fun. Mr. Fogg says, I see YouTubers as self-employed entertainers, educational or not. And that is always going to be risky. Mad props to those that do, because modern TV bores me. And so YouTube is a saving grace. There is a massive difference with YouTube. The thing is, the thing about YouTube ultimately is that once you've found your niche spot, you know, you can be knocked from it massively. You know, like I could come out and say something that would destroy my career on YouTube. Of course, like everyone can. A bad take here, a weird outburst there. You can ruin yourself overnight. But the thing is like, you know, once you've found your audience on YouTube and YouTube likes your channel, you can sort of keep going for a while. Because the thing is that people, you know, ascribe to you as a personality. And that was one thing I was really determined to do, you know, when Aliens started to die, was that, you know, I wanted to branch out and make stuff which was more to do with me, and make stuff which people liked that would pertain to me. You know, the videos you see now that's been a really long time coming. I've done a lot of content to get to the stage where I'm on camera and people weren't really jarred by it. Like if I did that overnight like that, people would have tuned out and unsubscribed. It's taken me a really long time to get to the point where I can just upload a video discussing whatever I want. So yeah, just it takes a while, but I mean, you can still destroy yourself overnight. Like people do it all the time. But it's dependent on who you are, isn't it, as well? Like what kind of person you are and stuff. So, you know, I don't know what I could say that would destroy me overnight. I literally have no idea. Like I'm not like a fucking Jack Murphy situation. Like Jesus. Tom Workin says, you bring up a good point. You don't forget old disciplines, however you can use them. Yes. Completely, actually. Star Rose says, I like your channel and good information. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you for dropping by as well. Fucking Nick's back again, is he? Sending me. I'm just looking at the pictures of your bloody Millennium Falcon thing. You really fancy a starlet, even an NA one, after seeing that one at the show. Fucking. That NA starlet, Toyota starlet, was badass. Heath Young says, okay, I got to bounce. Cheers, mates. Got some car parts. Just got in. Time to open fun boxes. Have a great weekend to you and Lord Jasper and to everyone else in the chat. Cheers, Heath, my dude. Peace out. Yeah, Starlets are cool, man. Starlets are super cool. But you didn't like them. I showed, you know, turbo Starlets. You were like, no. Why are they worth so much money? No. Mate, JDM cars. So much money in the UK. Josh Nunnally says, do you think Batgirl going to HBO Max is because they know it will bomb, or they have to appease the woke mob just to get them off their back? Love the channel as always. I'm pretty certain it's being released in movies now. It's gone from HBO Max, if I remember rightly. So yeah, I don't know what DC's doing with their films. They're all over the place. They are 100% all over their place. You know, again, the aesthetic is all over the place. I don't think it. I did a video on it, and I don't think it even really ties in with Michael Keaton's Batman. But maybe it does. I don't know. I don't think it does. So we'll see. I've got no major thoughts on that because yeah. My cunt, I don't even want to talk about Jack Murphy or G4. I feel like I made the lament configuration every time I talk politics or banks. Yeah. Al, Nick, so are we still going to get you working on the R33 and car nonsense in the coming year? Oh, good question, Al. Nick, Al Humphreys has asked you. Are we still going to see you working on the R33 on car nonsense? That'll be interesting. I think that's money depending, really, isn't it? This is why you guys need to support the car nonsense Patreon. Because if we get some good money on there, that'd be decent. It's currently, realistically, it's currently paying for like filming equipment and fuel. But even then, it doesn't really cover fuel for videos. Oh, that channel doesn't earn anything. It'd be good if it did. Oh dear. Nick, probably not. I can't afford it. Yeah, true. True. But I think as well. Like I think with the R33 Skyline as well. That's on the second channel. I think like there will still be some stuff. I think this year will predominantly be Datsun truck, Pulsar, car shows, and R32. There won't be much of there won't even be much of the Z on there, to be honest. But I think next year we'll, the R33 will make some progress. That's like a few years down the line, the R33. I think Nick will be the first one to say that as well. Lots of people asking about Peacemaker. I haven't watched it yet, guys. I've heard good things, but I haven't watched it. And I haven't watched Foundation either. Where's Jasper? He's in bed. He's asleep on my bed. Bless him. He's a dude. Love that dog. Love that dog. He's a legend. Chris says, enjoyed your Scream review. Just got back from seeing it. Found it fun. Mr. H sent a parcel to you earlier this week. Chris Corbin Green. Did you send a Christmas ornament and jerky? Because I think that arrived today. Is that right? Am I right? I'm glad you like my review. Good. My thoughts on Raised by Wolves Season 2. That'll be interesting to watch. I don't know whether, where I'm gonna enjoy watching something on a weekly basis again, but we'll see. Nick Carnonson says it's expensive keeping the 32. The 33 was really a case of I couldn't leave it in the field. Mate, honestly, the 33 was such a good deal. You can't. You have to. You had to do that, and you have to do it up as well. 100%. Chris says should cover a Magic Tree air freshener. Oh, Chris says no. I sent a bottle of wine. Oh, okay. Oh no, maybe yours. Are you from the UK? I think yours did arrive this week then. Okay. Because I swear something arrived from someone called Chris today. I'll have a look. I'm doing an unboxing video tomorrow, so everything that has arrived will be unboxed tomorrow. So if it's arrived, my dude, it will be unboxed tomorrow. Chris. And Chris Corbin Green, and then Chris sent £2. So it should cover a Magic Tree air freshener. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Luke says, hi Miss H, I just hit 140 kilograms on bench, but struggling to get past 72 kilograms on shoulder press. Any tips to get past it? I'm about to try and deload. If I can't get past it next week, loving the content you create. Okay, so in terms of like a shoulder press, you're talking about an overhead press with a barbell, right? If you can't get over, 72, you should be able to do 72 kilos. Like I could do 60 like that. Not to show off, but you can do you should be able to do quite a lot. If you can do 140, your overhead press should be up there. The old golden era bodybuilders would always say the true mark of strength is what you can lift over your head. Because anyone can bench, anyone can squat, anyone can deadlift, but it's what you can lift over your head is the true gauge of strength. So if you can't get over 72 kilos, the idea would be is to do negatives. So do a push press up and then a slow descent down. Work on the negative part of the movement and then go from there. That would be my advice. That would be my professional advice. Glenn says, seen a Datsun 1600 in New Zealand. Skyline turbo motor in it for sale. 25,000. Recently, red, clean, straight car. Do you need certified plate for mods on car in UK? You do in New Zealand. Certified plate? No. So you just need to have all the insurance. You need to tell your insurance what modifications you've got. And they'll change your modifications or not. Or they'll change your insurance, sorry, based on the modifications you've got. I don't know, really. Certified plates, that's an interesting term. Never heard of that before. But no, you just need to tell your insurer what mods you've got, and then they'll adjust accordingly. They might make you pay more. They might not. Some of them don't change anything. Like, their insurance is fine. Nick also says, or take pictures and send them to the insurer. Yeah, that's very true. So there's a few ways to get around it, yeah. Timothy says, what would be a good diet? Just to stay slim while still getting all my vitamins. I'm not into working out. I just want to stay slim, and just not eating doesn't seem like a good idea. Just a small balanced diet. Bit of carbs, bit of protein, bit of veggies. I couldn't really give you a dead certain actual regime to follow. That would be pretty irresponsible of me. Because everyone's individual, so that wouldn't really make any sense. There's no one size fits all, put it that way. I'm probably going to tune out now, guys, I think. I'm probably going to head off. I'm a little bit drunk, so I'm going to head off and chill out in bed. Ladies and gents, this was great. Loved it. Thank you so much. Crap my knuckles. This is a great stream. Thank you all so much. Follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at Mistakes Reviews. Subscribe to Car Nonsense. You can hear more from Nick on Car Nonsense. It's down below in the description box. Please do check it out. This is really, really good fun. Enjoyed this a lot. But I'm a little bit drunk and I need to go lay down. So, thank you all so much, ladies and gents. This is really good. Great fun. Again, cheers. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out. Appreciate it. As always, take care.